Do you even realize that the apostolic writings, or what most would call the New Testament, only make up about 23% of all Scripture, or what we would call the canon of Scripture today? Yet nearly all of Christianity ignores and treats it as just stories that are good for teaching some morals in Sunday school, as far as the Hebrew Scriptures, or what most would call the Old Testament. But look at Jeremiah 7:23. However, I did give them this command: obey me, and then I will be your Elohim, and you will be my people. You must follow every way I command you, so that it may go well with you. Yet they didn't listen or pay attention, but followed their own advice according to their own stubborn, evil heart. They went backward and not forward. And if there is anything that I have learned from the last series that we just finished on this channel, it is the experience-centered movements. We see them emphasizing personal spiritual experiences, prophetic words, signs, and these emotional highs often spread through events and social media without any sufficient testing against the full counsel of Scripture, which would include the Torah, the foundation in which it is all built up on. But we've spent enough time here, so let's move on and let's look at the appeal of innovation over instruction. Now, they placed the ark on a new cart, thinking it to be an efficient and honorable means of transporting the ark, which is the representation of Yahweh's presence and covenant among his people, as we already said. Let's look at 2 Samuel 6, verse 3 here. The scripture says, they set the ark of Elohim on a new cart and transported it from Abinadab's house, which was on the hill. And Uzzah and Ahio, sons of Abinadab, were guiding the cart and brought it with the ark of Elohim from Abinadab's house on the hill. So when David decided to move the ark, he has a new cart built to place the ark on for transporting it. But let's ask this question: where did David come up with this idea to place the ark on a new cart to transport it? And what we're going to see here is that this decision, it mirrored the method of the Philistines, which they had used when they returned the ark. So let's go to 1 Samuel chapter 6, verse 7, where it says, now then, prepare one new cart and 2 milk cows that have never been yoked. Hitch the cows to the cart, but take their calves away and pin them up. Take the ark of Yahweh, place it on the cart, and put the gold objects that you are sending him as a restitution offering in a box beside the ark. Send it off and let it go its way. So we can see that David clearly followed the Philistines' method for transporting the ark. And again, it looked sufficient, it was modern, and some would probably even say it was honorable. Yet Yahweh had already given clear and specific instructions for his people through Moses on how to properly transport the ark.